What is up guys, my name is Chris and this is another video review with HomeZoom 5 and today we're going to take a look at the ThermalTake Level 10M headset. Now I've had this headset in my possession for around about 2 or 3 weeks now and I've been using it on and off with some of the other peripherals on my PC. But for today we're going to take a look at the headset, the design, some of the features that come along with it and what's in the box, as well as the pros and cons for the headset that I've come across so far. Moving from the top of the headset all the way down to the bottom, the first thing that you will see on the top is a matte black rubberized finish, as well as the ThermalTake Esports logo bang on top. Now, this is the gaming headset. This is designed for gaming, directed mainly and only actually at PC. This can be used for mobile devices later on, and I'll explain how in just a second, but this is generally made for PC gaming. Along with the top of the headset and your logo and the rubberized matte black finish, this also comes in a white. So if you want to get this in a different color, you can get the white. Personally, don't like white because it gets dirty easier and marks show up a lot more than black, so prefer my hardware to be black. The padding underneath is red and it also is incredibly comfortable. Now, putting this on my head alongside the aluminium frame, which is around the outside, or aluminum depending on where you're from, it really doesn't feel like you have a lot on your head, and I'll extend this all the way just so you can see how big this headset is. So this will accommodate for, this is pretty much a one size fits all headset. This does get really big, but I'll just put that on my head now and set it to fit my head. But putting that on top of my head, I've used this for a prolonged session of around about 2.5 hours or so. I think I was playing around about that time, and using it throughout that time, no discomfort whatsoever, apart from one area which I will explain later on in the review. But with the aluminium frame, plastic shells around the speakers just here, and the padding on top, no discomfort whatsoever. I'll take that off just now and make that back to the small size that it is. But the aluminium frame, apart from it being really light, makes for a very strong build quality. So you're not going to snap this. Like, this part of the headset is never going to break unless you run over it with a car or something. I really can't see any situation you could be in where you're gaming on PC or listening to music on a mobile device where you're going to break this, apart from it being run over by a car or a bike or something. So that material gives you more peace of mind that your headset is not going to break from the smallest drop. Looking on either side of the headset now, you'll also see a left and right icon on either side of the earpieces, letting you know which way your headset's meant to be. Also with aluminium, nice little touch there, a bit of finesse going into the headset. As we move from the aluminium frame down to the actual speaker shells, these are made of plastic but held together with aluminium hinges or pieces in there, I guess. So that is held together nice and strong with Allen key bolts just inside. Also on the inside of this is a reasonably high power speaker, or two reasonably high power speakers, sorry. The sound quality that comes out of these is not fantastic. It's not the most amazing sound that I've ever heard, but for a stereo headset it does give out a decent sound. This plays through 3.5mm plugs, which I will show you in just a moment. They actually plug into, on the bottom of the headset, this plug just here. So let me just adjust the focus right now, and you will see just over here a small USB plug. Now in that small USB plug goes this cable just here. Now I'll just put the headset over my arm, and this plug right here is the one that will go inside of your headset. On the other end of that you will find two plugs which are 3.5mm, and for your PC these are the ones you will use. So one is for your audio, one is for your microphone. That is all you need, and that is all that will actually plug into your computer. Nice little feature as well is this volume control unit that you get on the end of the cable that comes from your headset. So with one end being for your USB and this not being very far from that cable, so this is really short and will end up resting probably just low of your I guess your pec if you happen to have any. But this doesn't sit too far away and is accessible if you want to adjust your game audio for the volume or just switch your microphone on or off. This is also something that the headset features, and something that I like for a small bit of personalization is the fact that you can put it on either side of the headset. So you'll notice there is one plug on this side, and if we flip it over, or switch it over, there's one on the other. So you can put that on either side. One thing that isn't interchangeable, if you're thinking about it, is the microphone. It is always fixed to the left-hand side. And talking about mobile gaming, as I said before, another plug that you get in the box, which I don't actually have out with me, is a USB to 3.5mm plug. Now that is just for mobile gaming or anything that you want to use that has a 3.5mm plug. So you can use this headset with anything that supports that, and it gives your headset that little bit more versatility instead of just being a straight USB plug. I like that. I personally wouldn't use this out on the street or anything for PS Vita gaming or listening to music, but it's a nice feature to have on the headset. Moving along to the actual padding and the comfort in terms of the headset, I found that these earpieces, and this is the first con that I have for the headset, or the first negative, I found that, we're still not in focus, I'm so sorry. I always forget to do that. The first con that I have for the headset is the fact that the earpieces are actually a little bit too small. Now, personally, I don't have the biggest ears in the world, but they are a bit too big to actually fit inside of this completely and nice and snug. So when I put the headset on, the first thing I feel is that my ears feel too big. And after a little bit of gaming and taking my mind off of being conscious about the size, kind of forget about it. But the first 5-10 minutes of gaming, all I can think is, wow, my ears are really too big for this. Looking at the actual shell for the speakers that you get on the headset, there's the smallest piece of plastic on the outside, and if they had just made the headset that little bit, or the earpieces, sorry, that little bit more wider this way, I'd probably be happy with the size of it, but it's just only just too small for my ears. If you've got really, really big ears, this probably isn't going to be something that you're going to enjoy using, because it's going to sit on your ears as opposed to around them. And if you like on-ear headphones, then perfect, but if you're an around-ear person, then this is the way you're going to go. Moving on to other things about the headset, we've talked about the speaker quality, the build quality, the actual comfort of the headset. We'll move on to the microphone. So, microphone folds away nice and snug with the headset, as you saw just here. That is the whole thing tucked away and blends in very well. It's almost like it's not there when it's folded up, but when you fold it down, you can adjust it vertically, obviously, depending on where or what height you would like it at, and also swivels horizontally, so you can move it closer to your mouth if you like, or if you want, just a little bit further away. This is also a noise cancelling microphone, so if you have any ambient noise going on in your house, if you've got fans that are nearby, I'm talking about wind fans, not gaming fans. If there's anyone around that's at a LAN party, for example, or just annoying family members that are talking near you, or just any ambient noise in general, this will cut the majority of it out. So using this on Skype or on Battlefield, any audio or any microphone conversations that I've had, no one has heard anything around me, so it does a really, really good job. If you'd like to hear the quality of the microphone, you can check that out in my unboxing video, annotated over my face right now. Hope you enjoy the video. For the rest of the video, I guess the only things that I could say about this headset that I don't like are the size of the earpieces and the price point that ThermalTake has made so far. So this isn't the final price in Australia, but looking at the ThermalTake Australia site, they mentioned a price point of around about $200, which I find to be a bit too high. Now, using the headset and seeing what it's capable of and the build quality, I personally would have pitched this more around $130 or $140. That would be more of a price that I would be happy to pay, but $200 I think is a bit out of the question personally. This is retailing at around about $100 US, that's the American price, so if you want to get it imported, that's going to be a lot cheaper. Apart from these two things, I am happy with the headset. The design is fit to go with the ThermalTake Level 10M mouse, so if you've got that already, this is going to go along very nicely with your other hardware, so check that out, make them go together. If you liked the video review, feel free to leave a comment down in the description below and your opinions on the headset and what you thought of the review and whether you're going to go out and get one. I always like to know whether I've influenced people to make or not make a purchase. As always, this has been another video with Homes with 5. Thank you very much to ThermalTake Australia for sending me the hardware to review. It always is appreciated, and I'm going to keep using this with my PC as long as I keep the headset. I may give it away in the future, who knows. Anyway, this has been another episode of Homes with 5. Comment, rate, subscribe, do all the cool stuff, and feel free to check out everything Homes with 5 down in the description below. This has been another episode of Homes with 5. Bye-bye!